Hi guys, so I'm getting ready to fly out, and before I did, I wanted to send you a quick video recapping kind of this last week of the coaching and kind of some things to think through this coming week. So this week, one of the things a story I didn't get to share, or that illustration I wanted to bring up, is that, when Steve Jobs first took over Mac, they really tried to redesign the computer and really do some really innovative things, and it made a huge leap in technology. But then what he also did is he started to think outside the box. He started to think bigger. He started to think, like the book we're reading, he started to think 10x. And so he came up with the iPhone, right? Because he started to think bigger than what was traditional, than what was normal and what was average. And as a result, he got bigger and less than traditional results, right? He got less than average results because he thought so much larger and says, what if we change the game? And as you're reading that 10x book, and I encourage you to read it again and again, even this week, that's what you want to be thinking about. How do I think 10x? How do I think larger? How do I think bigger? And like we did in that exercise today, where we wrote down our goals and we thought, man, and we really just kind of thought about that for a minute. What does it look like to have $15,000 more in revenue this month? What does it look like to have 4 more photo shoots this week? And so what would that look like? And then what we did is we took it, we just added a 0 to the end of it, right? So we took our quantitative number, a number we could look at, and then we added a 0 to it. And I wanted you guys to think about, now what does it feel like? What does it feel like when your goal is to bring in an extra $150,000 a month to your business? Or what does it look like to bring in 40 photo shoots this month because your business is so in demand, your services are so great, and because you're out to impact so many people? What does that feel like? What does that bring up inside of you when you think versus 15,000 to 150,000? For most people, what it does is it stirs up inside of them a level of emotion and excitement and I gotta go. Like, I'm gonna build something great. I'm gonna do something. And that's what I wanted to instill in you last week. To think like Steve Jobs, to think that 10x bigger, because when you do, it's really going to start to jumpstart your business. All of a sudden, things are going to begin to get bigger, and you're going to begin to get more focused. You're going to find creative ways. When you're under pressure, we tend to find creative and less expensive ways to promote our business or to promote what we're doing and to gain clients. And I wanted to encourage that into you. So what I'd like you to do, again, we talked about next week, is come up with some ideas. When you think of that huge number, that $150,000 or 40 photo shoots this week, or maybe 50 new clients this month, patients, what does that feel like for you? And what comes out of that? What does that start stimulating inside of you? Come next week to class with that written out. Come next class with just kind of some notes jotted down about what that stirred up and action items that it kind of made you take as a result. So you thought of these big numbers? What kind of actions did you take? The second thing that we did talk about last week was our 90-day goals. We briefly touched base on it. And as what we were talking about with our success sheets, that the left side of there where it says your goal is really just kind of your main goals for the week of what you want to accomplish. I want to gain 5 new clients. And then off to the side of that, the tasks or activities associated would be, I'm going to call 5 other previous customers. I'm going to reach out to 3 clients in my office complex. I'm going to I'm going to go to the Chamber of Commerce. Whatever that is, to write that down in there, and that's your goals, and then you can write your results of how that came up. Now from there, so that's your weekly activity. Now your 90-day goals is a little bit different. This is you looking at the next 90 days and saying, where do I want to be in 90 days? What do I want to have accomplished? What do I want to have grown? And then what you want to do is you want to start to put that out in kind of a map for you. And so I kind of started to do mine here, and this is how I do mine. So I just do the week, and then I do the task associated with it. So here, October 1st, what we've got is we've got promote seminars, goal, 5 new people. I can't read upside down backwards. So 5 new people. Develop seminar content and Google, what does it say? Google and conversation with Eugene Guy on how to grow coaching business. So new creative ways, because I'm trying to learn how to master how to grow new clients like this. I've never done this before. I'm going to start reaching out. I'm going to find ways to do it. I'm not letting it, I don't know, and it's not worked with what I've done so far, and I'm having a little sissy witty pity party. Or as Grant Cardone would say, don't be a little bitch, right? So I'm going to take control of my life. I'm going to be responsible for my life and my actions and the results that I get. And I'm going to go Google that and find that out. And so this gives me the time to say, hey, this is the week you're going to do that. And then I've got over here some of my, I call them red, is think ahead or events that are planned. So I've got my weekly seminar. This weekend I'm going to be in Seattle at a convention. And so I'm just kind of writing down the main things, and I'm going to start to fill this out. Now yours should look very similar. Not very filled out unless you're just a complete rock star and have done this before and you've got it. The reason that it shouldn't be completely filled out is that what I have found is that it takes about 3 weeks to really develop your 90-day goals. It takes about 3 weeks to really kind of put the stuff in there, think through. You're going to do a lot of activities over the next couple weeks as you're going on your 90-day goals and your weekly checklist. And so your 90-day goals are really going to start to fill in more and more and more as you think of activities and tasks that you want to accomplish. And as you start to think, instead of big tasks like, oh my gosh, I got to go get 50 new clients, instead you're going to start thinking, I'm going to get 5 clients this week, or I'm going to get 3 clients, and as you start to break those weeks up. So what I want to encourage you this week, guys, to come back to the next class with your weekly sheets sent in, and your weekly sheets sent in by Sunday. And then I want you to do, hi Derek, and then I want you to, look at your 10X goals and what does that feel like, and what comes up for you, and what is present for you, and what actions did you take by thinking at a 10X level. And then to bring this to class next week, started to be filled in your 90-day goals. And again, you're not going to have them all, but just get going. We're going to fill them in over the next couple weeks. Guys, again, thank you for your support and your love as I'm headed out to Arizona. I'm really trying to be an impact for my mom and just kind of get this taken, love on her. And that's really what I'm after. So thank you guys for your support. We'll see you next Tuesday at 8 a.m. at the community room. Have a great week, guys.